Hello, hello. Hope you all doing good. Alrighty. So what we're gonna be doing tonight is I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do the adding outfits and stuff to an avatar. A few friends have been wanting my help a lot, and sometimes I'm kind of busy or whatnot. I figured this would be a good idea to make a little recording and whatnot and upload. So people need some help to figure out how to add outfits and assets and stuff to their avatar. They can. I also have down in the left hand corner over here the keybind, so you could actually see what I'm pressing. So yeah. Whoops. Too far. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna be keeping the clothes on there. I mean, there's nothing really showing, so yeah. I mean, technically, I'm gonna be taking the tail off the show, but alright. First things first, what I like to do is I usually add another collection. So I have it, organized. And go and import our FBX of what we want on there. Just look for it. And we make sure we get the FBX. Actually, FBX. Also, if you sometimes if you don't get an FBX with your project, it's just a Unity package. You can sometimes go and add it to the Unity project, and then go into, like when you're looking for an FBX, go all the way into the project and find the FBX for the outfit to add into it. So once we get into our project like this, size it and set it up the way you want. Right size. I also hit numpad on the little thing on your right. Want to make sure you kind of line it up with the body. And if you have Cat's Blender, this is where I use Cat's Blender a lot. Whoops, wrong armature. Might want to grab the spot, find a nice spot to kind of make sure you have some asymmetry, the mirror on, make it symmetrical, so that you can move. Also, this is where you hit apply as rest pose for that one, and it'll apply it. Another thing, I know a lot of people don't like having the viewpoint display on. I hate it as well in the front. Go to the right behind me, more or less, right here. Clicking on this on the armature, and then going down to where it says in front. Click that. There you go. And it will toggle it off. My size. Myself right over here, so you guys. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, also N to get the right hand side out, and T to open up a little other side. I usually will keep the other side closed. But alright, once you got that, you can hide the armature. Right now we have 3 parts: the bodysuit, pants, and the top. Since we got the bodysuit, I am going to hide those, which if you hit H on your keyboard, it will actually hide stuff. I'm also going to hide the tail. And like, like how I got the fluff here, we got fluff on this avatar. If you check the shape key, you could actually see if we could find the fluff. Hands fluff. There's that. Shoulder. Or wait. Like that. There we go. Why is that? Chest fluff. Okay. Arm. Go. But for those, let's say the arm, you don't have a blend shape for them. Little eye up here. You could also go into the avatar and edit. And if you see, it looks like it's not attached. You click on one piece of it, like one little dot, hit Control L, and it will highlight the whole area. So if you click on a bunch of them, like so, as long as you're not clicking on the body part. Oops, I clicked on the body somewhere. Oh, there it is. I see it. Right there. Alright. Just like that. And then you hit P on your keyboard and go to selection. And it will actually take it off. So you have it as just a random piece right now. Or you keep it on and work around it. But with this avatar, we've already gotten it right here. There we go. Again, what I do is I use, and what do we have down here? Oh, there's an issue there. My dog keeps coming in. I might have to go let him out, so just leave him out. So, well, we'll do that then. This looks like if we do the pants hide, it's going through somewhere. Yeah. So why don't we do that with this then? To be honest, I'm not much for fluff, so I may just go ahead and take all this fluff off. Well, actually, I'm gonna do that smart. I'll do that another time. Actually, I could probably fix that. Edit. Oh, weird. Oh, it's not letting me do that. All right, we'll just not worry about it right now. I can do that some other time. So let's go to the suit, bodysuit. Alrighty, you have that. So if you click on the avatar and then hold shift and click, if that happens where you get the cursor up, just hit shift C and it'll bring it back to center. Hold shift and click on the body or on the bodysuit. Go down to sculpt mode. I usually like to hit this asymmetrical so I could do it. Whatever I do on one side, I do on the other side. And and I use the elastic grab. And I just sculpt. Sometimes, if you want, you could try and get it to be as close as to the skin as possible, which is what this whole orange outline is of the body. Okay, yeah, that's going to bother me actually, so hold on. I am just going to take those off. So good to have my mouse back. Had to get me a new mouse. So. Being able to do this so quickly and better feels so good. I ain't going to actually have this on, so I'm going to delete it. Those that do want to keep it on, you can keep it on. You just have to, take it off. Me, I am the type that don't care. I don't mind the fluff stuff. I just don't work too much with that. Just messes up with clothes too much, and but like I was saying, if you want to, you can just slowly work your way to getting the spot so you can sit right. I'll be right back. Quick, I gotta let the mutts out. I'll probably snip. Okay, I'm back right now. I let the mutts out because I'll probably put this out. Okay. What? So, anyways, like I was saying, this is where we just start, trying to make it where it fits into places. Because some stuff you want to get as tight as you can, not all the time, because there are some like with baggy clothes, whatnot, you don't mind having it a distance apart. I'll show you here in a sec why, it's not too bad having it close, but it can have issues depending on what outfit you're trying to put on. In this case, we're just working on a bodysuit. Bodysuits, of course, are skin tight. And as you see, we're getting some clipping right there, which is fine. fix that up here in a minute. What I also like to do is after I get like a desserty, besides going to like, front, side, back, top, and bottom view almost, I like to just slowly rotate and just start getting into certain spots. Because there's always that one spot that's like, you know, too much or something. And like certain areas, of course, like under the boobs or something, just you just gotta mess with and tweak. Of course, this looks like it doesn't really need close, but we'll get it a little bit closer. And then after you feel good with it, you just start getting the other stuff. The thing to stop going through. And then sometimes you can see where you might need to tweak it afterwards. As you see, I tend to zoom in a lot more in certain areas. Kind of use that. Next, just make sure everything looks clean, looks good, the way you like it. You know, which it does. On the You could also double check this way to see, you can see somewhat of the orange in some spots. I use this once in a while sometimes, especially when it gets too shiny, I guess you could say. But it doesn't always have to. Alright. So we got the bodysuit on. Oh, it's got a lot of blend shade. Mess with that later. Cool. Anyways. If you want, you could pair that with the other armature. So if you go to right here, like you've seen how I click the X, and now I got the little eyedropper. Click on that, and click it here. Or you click the down button, it'll bring that up. Or you can grab it and just drag it right in. I was doing that all the time for a while, so yeah. Alright. Now that we got that set up, the next thing is to weight paint it. And how I weight paint is I click on the body, click on the outfit, go to weight paint, go to weights, transfer weights. And you can see it's already showing some stuff, but you want to go down here in the right hand corner. Let me see if I can move this. Nope, I cannot. I'll probably post it up what it is later. But I mean, you can still see it. Anyway, okay, so first thing is first is vertex mapping. You want to go down to the nearest face interpolated. And then the first one that says active layer down here where it says source layer section. Click on that and go by name. It will transfer this whole thing right here to what this when you go out. Actually, I get duplicated everything. Yeah, hold on. Sometimes if you want, you could go through and delete all the groups in here. If there's no other excess bones, we'll say you can do that. And then let's do that. Transfer weight, and you see right here, it popped all back. And of course, you know, if it's already reset up, but you know, don't click and invite nearest face interpolated by name, then just click anywhere and it's done. So if you want to test it, this is where I use Cat's Blender. I use pose mode. Oops, wrong one. Go to this way. Okay. So this is where I will test. You know, mess with the hip, see it's, you know, nothing else. Check the leg, have it mirrored, symmetrical. Go 3. I will like to pull the legs up and kind of just not that way. You hide the armature too, but mainly to see if there's any clipping. And of course, the fluff pops up. Don't worry about it. This one. I mean, yeah, there's some clipping down below in a sense, but we're not going to worry about it too much because that is a pain. But that kind of stuff you would want to it'll be messing around with just the weight paint until you get what you want. There's another thing is though why you're doing that too. If you click on the armature, hold shift and click on the outfit, and then go to weight paint mode. You can hide the body. You could actually then hit Alt, click on like a leg, hit R, and you could actually rotate to see the bones. It took me forever to finally figure that out. So then see, you got some, you know, some right there, but it ain't too bad. I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna be doing the splits like that. But yeah, that's how you can see where each piece is. So you can actually, you know, as long as you're holding shift and clicking first, you could actually move it around as well. And I see, yeah, there's some clipping right there. So let's see if we could actually fix that a bit. And that is the upper arm right. I mean, like I said, this is where you tend to just mess with stuff and try and get it set up. Sometimes it's just a matter of where the weight paint is strongest at and weakest at. That's basically what the blue is the weakest, where it's, well, in this case, the black has nothing, it's not connected. The blue, I guess, has some, but it's actually really weak. You got light blue right there. Keeps going lighter, and then starts, see more teal or whatnot. Green, yellow, oranges, red, or more. It's just more of a, testing and stuff and see where it goes. You could also use the smudge or the blur. But like I said, it's a trial and error. With some avatars, they have like twist bones and wiggle bones or twist bones. That kind of helps out the most with it. And while you're in that way too, if you hit the stop pose on Cat Blender, it will put it back in position. That's why I use Cat Blender a lot. But alrighty. Those back on. That's another reason why I take those off, because you had to, anytime you do that, you had to reapply the thing. It's re-hidden. That's I mean, that's basically done. What I'd like to do next is I will drag this into like the collection part right here. So it's here. Hold Shift and Alt. And oops. Okay, no, just hold Shift right over the armature, and it'll drag it right into the spot. So now it is attached to the body element. So let's redo this again with the other stuff. Pants and top. Since this, they even have, this is just customization right there. So, and since the pants technically go over the bodysuit, we are gonna actually just do the same way, but click on the bodysuit and then pants. And again, so I'm gonna do this for a minute. This part will probably be sped it up on the thing for you guys, so you don't have to just keep watching this as I do this. Maybe. I mean, I'm already done basically. But actually, this does help out, because as you see, it is, a little bit baggy. These pants are kind of baggy anyways, so it's good to, not have it fully against the, skin tight like the bodysuit we had. Yeah, sometimes you may get stuff there's. Just zoom in. Just keep editing around. And the fun part is right here. Because you either leave it that way, or you could just mess with it and start trying to get that a little bit up. So it kind of matches with the armor, with the body's stuff, Actually, anyways. I mean, sometimes when you have a point like that, you want to flatten it out. If you hold shift and then click, it will flatten it out a little bit. All right, that's done for that. We take these, do the transfer weight paint mode. And since, like I said before, we already got that set up, so we don't have to worry about that at all. All right. And go back to pants. All right. Pants, get the wrench, add the armature. There we go. And do pose mode and double check. Yeah, see right there is what I mean by you want to make sure it goes up a little bit. A lot of pants will do that as well. Probably because, let's see. Oh, sometimes it isn't that in a sense. Sometimes you just gotta check the weight paint as well. Sometimes it's just the weight paint that's doing that. See how that looks. Okay, as we see, it was doing that. So grab the armature, click on the body or the pants, go to weight paint. I'm actually just going to do it this way and rotate it by Y, if I remember. Yep. Okay. As you see right here how it's like that. This is where, you just, like I said, you start editing and modifying and trying to find what looks good. I usually have stuff on radio more than linear. You kind of just mess with it. Sometimes it might not be like on the thighs that's causing that. As you see, it's not moving. I kind of like, which means it'll probably be on the hips. And the hips is like that, so it's not going straight brought down. That does not look like it might be. But it did kind of turn it out a little bit better. Like I said, this is trial and error. We'll go click on the thigh again. Go here. That's, it actually will show like where the line is at for you. Kind of like try and get in the middle in a sense, Like I said, strongest, the lightest, or the darker, the weakest, the lightest, strongest, or the more reddish. And yeah, sometimes, like I said, you'll see like the blue and stuff. I'm turning it black now. It will do that. But as you see, it is a little bit better now. And the- I mean, yeah, you're going to have some a little bit, so, but it is pretty good. So here, rotate it forward. And again, like I said, you got to make sure because you will have stuff like that. This is where you go and you just mess around again. Whoops, that was not supposed to be that big. That was the wrong button. I wanted this. See, it's not going the way you need it. That means it does not need to be that. Okay. Oh, I'm hitting control. Right. Like I said, it takes its time. If you keep having too much issues, you could also restart the weight panel. The groups. Go. Sometimes don't have that turned on, or else you have to deal with something. As you see, it was that middle line right there is what we needed. It's too much. Ah, that might be. Well, yeah, that might be why too. I don't know. All right, we're just going to go. I'm just going to redo that. I'll do that smaller. The fiction. We keep this continuing, you know. Alright. So again, once we got that, just hold shift. I think you should be able to just drag it up and hold shift. And then you can just drag it back up. Now we got two things on there now. Let me check this. This thing does not have any external bones, so I'll have to do that with another piece of outfit. So what we'll do. So, whoops. Body. Now let's do that to the top. Whoops, ears. Bodysuit, top, jump. Make sure mirror's on, and again, work at it. Not ain't much to do with this one. Like I said, you just edit, modify, kind of, you know, make it sit the way you kind of want it to be on. Because it doesn't really need to be tight, but it doesn't need to be too baggy either. Unless you like it really baggy, then you... Okay. That was pretty easy. I just noticed the eyeballs are missing on that. Alrighty. So, again, click on that, delete the old groups. On the body, shift, click on the outfit, weight paint, transfer. All done. A lot of times too, I will say, I should mention that when you're doing this stuff right here, if you want to, like this is just the top. You could go through and delete each one, or just go all the way up, find like, you know, like grass, Don't want the pinkies. I don't need those. You need the hand, the forearms, the shoulders. And you can lock them. Those cheeks, no. Don't need anything for the mouth, ears, tongue, the head. Not really neck. Chest, spine, and hip. For all those. And then you can just hit here. Go to delete all unlocked groups. And it'll delete everything, which kind of makes it a little bit more clean up in this section. And once again, go here. Delete. Armature, add. There we go. Start pose mode. Double check. Alrighty. Looks like we are good. And again, oops, you can see some weight paint or some clipping right there. And that's, a weight paint or just a little bit more sculpting. I mean, you can bring it out a little bit, but we're not going to worry about that right now. All right. So I am going to drag that there. Should be in there. Yep. All right. Now we don't really need this armature, so we could just delete it. Delete this other armature, and we have it. And let's see. Before we export, I'm going to show you the attaching another armature piece. So I'm going to grab another thing. Did I add that to the? Yes, I did. Okay. We're going to go to import. And again, do the import stuff. Find the FBX you want. In this case, we are going to be adding hair. I like the Luna Beast hair, I will say that, but I kind of felt better with the different hair I have. Again, once you get in there, size it up. This area probably will be reset at, going speed for you guys as I do this whole thing. Right, so right now I'm just going to start getting it in position and whatnot and start sculpting it onto the body. The eyes are missing. No, they're right there. Oh, never mind. Anyways, sculpt. Actually, I'm going to get rid of those buffs. Hold on. Those things are going to start crap. Annoying is do anything. these are all king. I believe I got all those. Hold on. Okay. Sorry for that. I love talking to you guys like I'm talking to my stream when I stream, but eh. Okay, seeing what I did there was I clicked on that a little hair piece, hold shift, click on the main hair, hit Control J, and it adds it. Let me grab the other original. I mean, this is the original hair for this Luna Beast Redux. A lot of people who have seen the Redux or Luna Beast style. This is also made by Storm. I should have specified that. Of course, it'll be all in the description. But we are going to delete it. I mean, it is good hair. I am adding it myself. Now we are going to mess with the armature stuff. Okay. So I'm going to hide everything, but bring out the armature. We're going to find those hair bones. Usually this would have like one hair root. If it does, if you can find the main bone that it all connects to, like this one, this is the main head, hit Shift G and you grab all children. and it'll bring all the children. There's the hair. But you have pieces like these edge pieces, the front braid, which just doesn't have. Again, just hit Shift G, children. Hold Shift G, children. There you go. I'm gonna grab all these ones and grab this one again and delete. But before we delete it, sometimes if you're going to be merging bones, we'll be showing that in a second. But you want to take the bones off, hit P, and it will make it a separate armature for you. Right. Make a separate armature, and that's how you connect it. In this case, we don't need this. What we need is this one right here. I'm going to hide that one. Bring out body and bring out the hair. And as you notice, again, do that one thing viewpoint there. So, but now you see that we did do an edit right here and got rid of this side. This is where we go, grab this. And again, grab the bone pieces. And delete this one. Since we already got a head, we don't need this, so we could just go ahead and delete it. And I'm going to bring out this piece. Bring out this. Bones you don't really need to center properly too much. If you can get just lined up just right, it is fine. Okay, that will do. Alrighty. Now, we are going to be adding this armature to this body. First things first, I am going to drop this into the hair, to the armature of the body here. I'm going to grab this armature, hold a shift, click on the main armature, hit Control J. And now it merges that with that. And next, armature, we're going to want to connect it. Go to edit mode when you click on the main armature. As you see, these are not connected. So click on the first one of each bone. Oops. What's that? There you go. Same. This is going to be the fun part right here. If you want, you can click here, and you see these bones right here. So you just have to click on one, click all the way down, and you have all of those bones. Now you hold Shift, click on the head, right click, where it says parent, make parent. Keep offset. The short key for that is also Control P. I found that out recently. Yeah. And now you have it connected. So now we have that connected. Let's bring back all of our stuff. We actually have bodysuit. Here, we actually want to read with the tail piece. There we go. Now you want to make sure the hair is again connected to the armature, or else it will not move. Like, so if I forget to do that or still connect the other one, if I try to move it, the hair will not move, of course. So you want to make sure that is connected to the armature so that it moves. I did that. Okay. Oh, the head is spelled lowercase. Okay. Sometimes this does happen. A lot of times they have stuff uppercase, same, but when it's, in this case, it's lowercase. But yeah, like I said, match the bones. So since you don't really need to weight paint this, you just want to go and double click on the head, name head, delete the H, and put lowercase in this case. There you go. That's really all you gotta do. And it's connected. Alrighty, now we are ready to add to Unity. I really don't like how there's so much left on the tail. Anyways. Okay, so this part, you want to make sure you do this right. So when you go export, go to FBX. I'm gonna grab that image I took a while back. So I can find it. Hold on. And I'll just post it. Ah, here we go. You want to make sure, like you see in the image here, this will be for the when you exporting it. You want to make sure you have these set up. I usually would always have a avatar export thing set up the top. You can create one. So you want to make sure you have the empty armature mesh, FBX all, -C, Y up, apply unit space transform, and apply transform. If you want, you go into armature, the armature down below right there, and then click on add leaf bone to take leaf bones off. Either way, once you start doing that, once you get that done, you got to find the avatar and then hit export. Now let me bring up Unity. It usually takes a second to when you get it exported in. Now let me switch this over to Unity side. And as you see, we have our outfit and the hair in. And that's really all that is to it. Let's there we go. Where's and here's another thing though I will before I will be and I've been going at it for almost you do want to check by going to the armature part, little armature thing right here, this little dude. Click on him, go to configure armature, our avatar. Sometimes the avatar will mess up and stuff, so you want to make sure you go to down below where it says pose here. Click on it. Let me see if I just get this for you. Let's see, it was this one. There we go. We're going to do it this way. Okay, this will be easier. Put on a pose, hit reset. And it'll do that, and then you hit enforce T pose, and it'll set it back into T pose mode. Hit apply. And done. There we go. That is all to that. Charging. I got charged. So now, while we have this here, we are going to set up the toggling system. This one already has the VRC theory on it. So all we have to do is just, edit, modify it. So in this case, edit in prefab. Let's see. Copy. Add a toggle. I'll move my app bar. There you go. So you guys can see what I'm doing over here on the side. All right. So we made a new toggle. I did copy and paste on this so I could find out which one. Just type in pants. You can type in what name if you want. I'm going to type in street pants. So I'm not just, add an action. Object toggle. Find the pants in this case. Throw this here. And throw it in there. Once you got that there, you're basically all good. You can hit save between world. Also, thanks to a friend of mine, I forgot all about it. You could also add an exclusive tag. So that, like, you see, like, some of these have the word bottom on it. Means that if I wanted to switch to it, I can switch to it, and it will automatically switch to those bottom and get rid of the other pair. So it doesn't, so you don't have to go through your little menu thing trying to find, I got to turn these pants off now, And like with some of these have little blend shapes, which hide certain things. But I already took off the other stuff for it. So like the floof and whatnot. This is where you could take off like your floof, pants floof, hip floof. But yeah, I still have to get. So let's add that. Hit the plus over here. Go to blend shape. Find the blend shape. Hide hip fluff. There you go. Now it'll hide that hip fluff, even though it's technically there, so we could actually swap it where we can make it a toggle and turn it off when the pants come on. Since there's a blend shape, we're doing it this way. Once that's done, make sure you have it. You clicked on the save between worlds as well. All right, once that's done, just go ahead and save change. There we go. Do the same thing for the top. Clothing, copy. Top. Add an action. Oh, not blend shape. Not a blend shape. Move item. Actually, let me close. Okay. Add. Add action. Toggle. Grab the top. There we go. Option. Save between worlds. Again, I already took off the fluffs on the sides, arms, whatnot, so don't have to worry about that. And I'll make another closed toggle for the bodysuit. Action. Toggle. Save between worlds. Forgot to add an exclusive tag. Top. Ready. Okay. Now we have that done. Gotta add material slots. Actually, I might just leave that like that right now. Okay. But that's the thing too. This thing has, since you added the armature into this, and since the armature of the hair, it won't have no armature on the hair. Okay, yeah, it shows no armature on the hair because it's not there anymore. So that being said, we're going to have to add armature. What I like to do is find the original hair that I just added, drag it into the hierarchy. I'm just going this way. You see the fizz bones right here. I'm going to copy that, copy component, that. Actually, I could just go to fizz bones, head. So delete these. I'm gonna add a new empty. Call it hair. Well, actually, hold on. I just paste component value. Since this head is going off up there, you want to make sure you grab the new head. The line just head. Drag that there. Now we have our hair bones. Oh, okay, now I see. I think I see what happened. Delete that. Have this. Case value. No, actually, never. As you see what happened, it made weird stuff. So what we're going to do instead, find these bones, grab them, hit control, and just click on each one. Here. Oops, not toggle. This bone. And add that here. Paste component value. Just put this to none. There. Now you have those. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go in gesture mode now. Let's test it out. Okay. Oh, that's closed. Street pants are on. Our top and our bodysuit. Oh yeah. Alright. Now we have those on. Toggle works just fine. And let's move around. As you see, the hair bones are moving. There we go. We have actually set up our avatar with a new outfit and whatnot, and some new hair. Just like that. So yeah. Alrighty, you guys. do hope. Why is that up there? That should be off. Where's it? There. Anyways, there you guys go. I do hope you guys enjoyed that little. I hope that helps as well. I will post the Discord, my Discord into the description as well as the avatar, the outfit, so that you guys can join. If you guys want to get that outfit, get that avatar and or the hair, you guys can. You can also join in my Discord if you need any help or whatnot. You can message me. So, and that I hope y'all had a good time enjoying that. I hope that wasn't too much to handle. And I will see you guys, well, whenever I record again. I may try and record some more. So, thank you guys. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to stay hydrated. And don't forget to enjoy the madness out there as you guys go and create and add outfits and whatnot. Later. Thank you for staying down. And don't forget to like and subscribe as well to the YouTube channel. Bye bye.